we're more softer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that male, they got a little bit more to where, okay, well, oh, they ain't messing around, oh, okay, this is, hey, I've never changed a tire before. My mom didn't do this with me. Now they're able to change a tire. It's just something that they can learn, and hopefully it could change them. And we're not just speaking about the males. We need females as well, because there's a lot of young ladies out here and they just need some extra mentoring to learn and be able to go through the peer pressure.
Yeah.
And again, they might not want to talk to their mom, but at least they could talk to this female mentor.
Right.
There's always a child always needs someone to talk to.
You better say it. That is the honest to goodness truth. Because like I said, there's some children are just going through it so much. But like I said, adults too. Everybody needs somebody.
But we need to start with the children first.
You're right.
Our children.
With them because
and if we start with our children and we get our children on board, the adults are follow behind.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But there's positive. We're going to speak it into existence.
Yes, we are.
Things are going to get better as far as our community.
Yes, it is.
And
we got to stand up and do a lot better. So, yes, we are right here in the heart of Akron, Ohio. Copley strong. And Copley's going to come right on back along. But I really appreciate you calling in. I really, really do. I appreciate you tuning in. We done been up here for a few minutes. It seems like time be going so slow.
You are so more than welcome. I got a lot of topics. Addiction can be talked about.
Yes, come on with it, because this is being recorded, so that way on the podcast people can call in. Because like I said, this is going to be, I think I'm going to go daily. I think I'd rather go daily with this, because that way we can just engage more. People will become more engaged if we, oh, here go my mom coming back. Come on back in, ma'am.
Another topic is homeless.
Yes. We do have a lot of that.
There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of topics that can be discussed to try and make this world better, make people more nicer, make people trust other people now again, because we don't have that. So much has been going on that the world is scared to trust other people.
True.
That's because we living in different times. We living in such different times than what y'all grew up in. Like, it's a lot scarier. Just because, as far as like accessibility, like these kids got, accessibility to so much. That's why it's just so different. Like with either addiction, with just like, everything, because you literally can get everything in the palm of your hand. As long as you got a phone, you literally can get anything. And that's where it's just like, it make it really, really hard, just for parenting, and just like in this, like parenting in this time, like is a lot different. Y'all didn't have much to look out for. Like it was like a few different drugs. It was like, most people did this or most people did that, but now it's like so many different drugs. It's so much peer pressure. You got peer pressure in the commercials. You got peer pressure at school. You got peer pressure in your home. So it's just like you got, peer pressure in your phone every day. So like these times right now, like for these kids growing up, it's really, really different. So yeah, they need the males, but it's sad to say a lot of the influences is coming from the males.
That's true. That's true.
So it's like, yeah, it's hard to raise a son in this day and age, but a lot of these women is doing a lot better than these dads can do because they teaching them how to be in the streets. I mean, just because you a dad that or you a man in a child's life, that don't mean you is the right man to be in your child's life. Like, so it just like
Mhm.
that
Good point.
that topic is just so broad, just like with just like parenting kids, like all of that, like that within itself is just so broad. It's just crazy, just because the time within itself that we grown up in has changed everything.
And it's a very broad subject and it's a touchy subject because it's a lot of females nowadays that there are dads that want to be involved in the child's life, but just because the mom has a problem with the dad and he's a good dad, he's positive could be good for the son, for the child. But just because mom, has her reasons, she want to deny dad to see the child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes though, but I mean, once again, that's the greatest part about younger. I mean, our generation and the other generations talking because I mean, it makes total sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes total sense. I need to fix this where anybody can unmute themselves. Um,
I would not want to be raising a child in this generation because it's just so much on pressure put on children nowadays.
yeah,
But if we all get together and go back to how it used to be, where that village, we could get better.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's all in how we perceive things and how everyone is doing, you know what I'm saying, doing it. But everybody parents different now, and that's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody parents different. And like I said, the way we parented, we can't expect them to raise their children that way nowadays because it really just doesn't work, to be honest. Anyone else have some input? On the next one, I'll be making sure that I have it where you can unmute yourselves. Like I said, this is the first time that I'm being able to work this. It's been a minute since I have done it. So, with that being said, yeah, on the next go around, I definitely will make sure you can mute yourselves and unmute yourselves because I'm still figuring it out. However, we working it out. Okay, I did it. Now, everybody can unmute themselves if you choose to. With that being said, all right, you're unmuted. You can unmute yourself and go ahead now, sweetheart. I got it figured out.
Okay.
Ms. Hannes, I see your hand raised. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yes. As we were talking about, it is. It's just, we all got to do better as a community. And if we all, work together, I feel like we can get this generation to a good standing.
Agreed. Agreed.
And
Well,
there's also to offer programs. It might be programs that people are not aware of, and just with, doing your shows and different topics, someone can be like, oh, well, okay. Well, I didn't know
Oh,
that I could
definitely.
go here.
That was one of the things I stated too, Sweetie. I'm glad that you reiterated that because, like I said, there's a lot of it's summertime coming on. These children, once again, we are on that subject. It's summertime. So, with that being said, welcome, Shelly. um, with that being said, anybody with that going on, um, you can let us know. I just had a brain freeze right there. Yes, ma'am. Hello? You want to jump? Hello?
I'm
I'm
so
ready.
proud of myself. I got in here on my own.
Yeah, girl, you know what? You're absolutely right.
You did, girl. Yes. Yes, girl.
Yes. See, look at my participants. I'm up here because usually she be acting like she's so, I don't know how to get on here. My son ain't help me here. He ain't here to help me right now.
Girl, I'm embarrassed to say it. It took me an hour to work it out.
Really?
When
Oh,
I
see, I thought I
said
had made it
Daddy said it
easy.
was you. Girl, I was about to get in the car and come around the corner.
You could have.
But I said, I'm gonna figure this out.
We figuring it out together, y'all.
Yes, we are. We've got someone else in the room. We've got Miss Shelley coming in, connecting to the audio here soon. One of my good. This who helped me get back. Reminded me. This who has to remind me to use the iPhone. I mean to use Zoom.
Okay.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Miss Hannah, I be loving it when you raise your hand. I told you you know about this more than I do.
Well, I was cut off as I was beginning to speak about parenting children today. I don't know how it happened, but I was speaking and then somebody came over me, so I just sit back and got quiet.
Oh, we're apologizing. Go ahead, because that's why I had it where one person was muted. But carry on.
Okay, what I was going to say is I was raised in a different generation.
Mm-hmm.
Kids were children. We were not permitted to sit in the room where grown folks talk. You played outside or you played in another room with each other. Um, I've been told that I am old fashioned or whatever, but I am who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I come up from a family of six, four children, mama and daddy. And I think one of the biggest reasons that children are the way they are because there's no family time. And when I say family time, it's like sitting at the table, eating your lunch or your dinner with them, instead of them being in another room playing games and whatever. Sitting at the table at dinner time is the time to discuss your day with your children
Yes.
and vice versa. They discuss with you how your day was.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just so much more closeness. You know, with mom and daddy, we went everywhere they went. Four of us chasing behind them, whether it was at the laundromat, whether it was at the grocery store, we're all walking behind mama pushing the cart. And don't look like you was going to touch anything because you lose your hand, you know?
Yeah, that's
But
right.
it's such a different generation. I mean, we made our own toys, our own little skateboards. We have little wagon trains. We play at night, catching lightning bugs. I mean, that excited us,
Yes. Yes. Kids
or
don't know.
or playing hide and seek, and we had a certain time we had to be in. We knew when the sun went down, all of you better have your little butts in the house.
Mm-hmm. Don't be
It
all.
wasn't no mama and daddy running up down the street trying to find your child because that we
Mm-hmm.
knew what time we had to be home,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you know? And a lot of these young mothers I feel like these mothers are allowing their children to run them. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Your children are running you. They're being spoiled with worldly things that they can't take with them, like all these name brand clothes. You'll take your last penny and rather put it on a bill. You'll buy that item that child wants because you want them to shine in school. Well, we were hand